I do love traveling. I get to travel a lot with this job. I just got back from my hometown. I was down in Louisiana. You got any? No, it's fine. That's how I feel about it too. Just kind of difficult, hard times we're living. I love going to Louisiana though, y'all, because I stay with my Nana when I'm down there. I love my Nana, y'all. She is 88 years old. The coolest lady I have ever met. I love hanging out with her. And the reason it's so much fun to hang out with her now is because about 10 years ago when my pawpaw died, she took all the money he left her and she started pimping out her house, right? Like making her crib nice. She has a bad back, so she put a big old hot tub on a deck right there in the yard. She doesn't have any of her real teeth left, so her refrigerator's always full of pudding cups. Thank you, Nana. And she has the biggest TV I've ever seen. I'm not kidding y'all. They gave this old woman 1 inch of TV for every year she's been alive. It's huge. It's really big. And if she is awake, the TV is on. And she keeps the TV tuned to the Game Show Network. And her favorite show is Family Feud. Y'all. We watched it every day I was there. And I'm not kidding you. We were up late one afternoon. It was like 3:30. And we could not take our eyes off this particular episode, y'all, because the families were tied. The families were tied. The point value is tripled. Top 3 answers are on the board. Name something you put on a baked potato. My Nana stands up and screams, "Aluminum foil!" She's not wrong. She's not wrong. But when the number 1 answer was butter, poosh, she's mad. When answers 2 and 3 were sour cream and chives, she lost it right there in the living room. She stood up. "I have been making baked potatoes since 1952. I've made them without butter. I've made them without sour cream. I'm not entirely sure what the heck a chive even is. But I have never in my life made a baked potato without the aluminum foil." And then she just got up and turned the TV off and went to bed. She was done with all of us. She doesn't like my phone, my cell phone, because it makes too many noises, right? She calls it my bing bong. She's like, "Jennifer, your bing bong is bing bonging. Come get your bing bong." She doesn't even know what it's called, but she wants to know who it is, right? Why is it bing bonging? It's just an email, Nana. "Who's it from?" The electric company? "What are they saying?" "Well, I owe them $183, so I might just stay here for an extra couple days if that's okay." The best part about staying at Nana's house is come 6 p.m., I got the whole place to myself, right? She takes a pill at 5:30 and goes night-night. I'm in the hot tub with a pudding cup like, I love Nana. This is delicious. I almost got in trouble, though, because she said to me, she said, "What is it you do when I go to bed?" I mean, I'm not going to lie to my Nana. So I was like, well, I've been eating copious amounts of pudding in the hot tub. She's like, "Oh, baby, that's not good for you. That heat and all that milk." I said, "Well, I'm not doing that tonight, Nana. It's my last night here, and tonight I just see that they're running a marathon of this TV show I've been wanting to see. So I'm gonna get some pudding cups and sit in front of the TV and just watch my show." And she says, "Well, it's your last night here, so I tell you what, tonight, I'm not gonna take my pill. I'm gonna stay up and watch TV with you." Isn't that sweet? I was like, wow. What are you gonna do with that pill? So we got some pudding cups. We sat in front of the TV. Now, the TV show I was dying to see at the time was The People versus O.J. Simpson, right? That was a very big deal when I was a young kid. I mean, we'd never seen reality TV at that point. You know what I mean? That was crazy for us to be. We were getting to look at our first Kardashian, right? We didn't know what that was going to turn into, did we? Nobody could have foreseen that. It was crazy. And I loved it. I was so addicted to it when it was happening in real life, and so I really wanted to see this, reenactment of it. And after about 3 episodes, I realized that Nana does not remember that this happened the first time. Because she says to me after episode 3, she goes, "You know what? I bet you that Mark Furman guy turns out to be racist." I was like, "I think you're right." And I saw an opportunity. So I bet my Nana $183 that they find OJ not guilty. She took that bet, and that's how I paid my electric bill. That's right. Don't get upset. She's my Nana. She'd want me to have lights. It's okay. Hey, did you know Dry Bar Comedy has an app? Download it now and watch my entire special. The whole thing. Beginning to end.